Thanks for staying with us. We're still reviewing Punch.
Yeah, I have a story. So we know that last week, Dangote Refinery announced that it had temporarily stopped the sale of petroleum products in Naira as the Naira for crude talks between the Dangote Refinery and NNPCL appeared to have failed. They said that the 650,000 barrels per day capacity refinery lamented that there was a mismatch between the sale proceed and its crude oil purchase obligations, which is said was, based in dollars. So they were not able to get crude in Naira, and so they are buying crude in dollars. There's no way they are going to sell petroleum in Naira. So, and they made a statement, said, "Dear valued customers, we wish to inform you that the Dangote Petroleum Refinery has temporarily halted the sale of petroleum products in Naira. This decision is necessary to avoid the mismatch between our sales proceeds and our crude oil purchase obligations, which are currently denominated in dollars." And as a result of that, they said that many petroleum products or filling stations in Nigeria have started stockpiling premium motor spirits. They are storing the products so that they will have enough to sell at a higher rate. Many of them have already started increasing their prices, anticipating that Dangote would also increase its price later on. And so people are calling, stakeholders are talking about this, that says this is so unfair. They need to also consider Nigerians who are purchasing this fuel. And they said that immediately after the announcement, the cost of loading petrol at private depot jumped to 900 naira per litre. It was less than 850 naira per litre before. Now, some stakeholders are saying that they need to be very, very careful. Though they think they are profiteering now, they know how Dangote behaves. He can just come and slash the price of petroleum, and then you that you have stockpiled at a very high price will be selling at a loss. You then lose money. So they need to be very, very careful and just wait to see how the federal government is able to sort out the Naira for crude with him before you start stockpiling to sell with so much gain, making so much money off Nigerians.
Okay. I have the pump price of petrol in neighboring Niger Republic. They said that they've started reducing following the supply of the commodity from Nigeria. So they said multiple residents in the border communities said that have confirmed that hundreds of petroleum tankers have started making their way from Nigeria to Niger Republic. If we recall, papers had taken the story that Niger Republic had turned to Nigeria for help after being hit by a fuel shortage. They said that the West African country reached out. They said sent some people from their country, the military junta. They met with some representatives of the federal government, and they said after that meeting, then trucks started moving from Nigeria to their country. They said when during the shortage, they were selling petrol for 10,000 naira per litre, but now it is dropped to about 5,000 naira per litre in their country. So Nigeria is also saying that this is sort of win, because as you know, there's been tension between the two countries concerning the ECOWAS thing, and so this is more like a diplomatic arrangement. So hopefully, realizing that Nigeria can step in the way that it has with the petroleum products, probably they are able to encourage them to come back to the to ECOWAS. So that this is not a bragging thing. This is really to see how they can help, with the relations, public relations, diplomatic relations going forward.
Okay, moving on now to Vanguard. Another explosion rocks gas facility in Rivers. Oceanic Bank. Our story, says Cecilia Ibru. Anayeka cautions political leaders against misuse of power. State of the nation, I don't know when we'll have peace again, says Ame Ebute. Inflation, manufacturers record 90.6% rise in costs. Delta Air's ill treatment of Nigerians unacceptable, says NCAA. And our state is evolving, not smelling, says Lagos State. Who has that story?
No, I didn't take
Nobody took that story.
I didn't. Oh, I took the explosion story. So they said barely a week after a major explosion occurred in Trans-Niger Pipeline in Bodo, Bukana local government area of Rivers State, another explosion has reportedly occurred at Soku Oil Facility in Akuku Toru local government of the state. So they raised an alarm on the latest development. That's the Youth and Environmental Advocacy Center, YEAC Nigeria, a grassroots non-governmental organization with a strong presence in the communities across the Niger Delta. They confirmed that they had received information in the early hours of yesterday of an alleged explosion at Soku Oil Facility in Akuku Toru local government area. which was operated by the Nigerian Liquefied Natural Gas, that's LNG Limited. And they made a statement in Port Harcourt signed by the executive director of Dr. Fineface Dunamine. Fineface, the group, is said they confirmed the explosion through the youth volunteers network in the area. And according to the report, they said an explosion accompanied by fireballs was heard, seen in the sky from the facility area, where it was hard to reach. And the fire is still ongoing as at the time they were making that report. I say it's not immediately known if the explosion was caused by equipment failure, sabotage, or attack on the facility. They said this is the third incident on all facilities in Rivers State in less than a week, with the first occurring in the Ogoni area and the second at the Oga, Egbama, and Ndoni local government area. So they are also citing President Bola Tinubu nationwide broadcast, March 18, which declared, the state of emergency, and they're saying that this may have been what has led to many of these, oil pipeline destruction. And they are saying that though they are going to find the perpetrators of this particular one, they are going to make sure that they, hold them to account. And they had to quote the Petroleum Industry Act, PIA 2021. So they are asking that the suspension of the, governor of the state could be what is causing many people to find a way to damage the pipeline. They said they perceived that some militants are gathering themselves together and they are still planning more pipelines, that the federal government, that's President Bola Tinubu, needs to reconsider, the suspension of the governor of Rivers State, Fubara, and see how they can sort out all of this so that we don't have chaos in Rivers State.
So let me take the Lagos State, the smelling story. So the Lagos State government yesterday dismissed insinuations that the state is smelling, noting that they committed to a comprehensive multi-sectoral approach to ensure clean, resilient, and a livable city. The Commissioner of Environment, Tokunbo Wahab, was saying this while reeling out measures the state is taking to demonstrate it's evolving, not smelling. According to the story, he said that Lagos is not smelling, it's evolving towards a sustainable waste processing, modernized landfill management, cleaner waterways, and structured sanitation systems. The present administration of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu remains steadfast in its commitment to building a cleaner and more sustainable environment in Lagos. So I guess we're referring to the NYSC that actually did say that Lagos was smelling. And others kind of jumped on that, said that Lagos was smelling. They came to Lagos and it was all smelling. So it was in response to it.
Okay, so I have the Nigeria Civil Aviation Authority criticizing Delta Air for allegedly delaying Nigerian passengers and subjecting them to poor treatment. So they said their passengers were delayed at the Murtala Mohammed Airport in Lagos, causing them to miss a connecting flight in Atlanta, and then having, kept them for that long. The flight that they were rescheduled for was they had a 7-hour wait, and waiting, they didn't give them any access to accommodations or even lounge access. They had to sit in uncomfortable chairs, throughout the 7-hour wait. This came to Nigeria's notice because one of the passengers was actually works with Nigeria Civil Aviation Authority, and he put his experience on X. Also, the Delta Media Relations Officer was here in Nigeria, was contacted, and she said she'll request details and also respond accordingly. NCAA, of course, is saying, you cannot treat us like this and do better.
Okay, any other story? Moving on now to the Nigerian Tribune, our last paper for today. Hurdles amount as coalition leaders move to unveil the mega party. Fans shut Ibadan Airport for upgrade. KGB allegation. I will honor police invitation, says Senator Karimi. Serap sues Tinubu over unlawful suspension of Fubara and Rivers lawmakers. OBJ laments failure of Onyo Dam to generate power 48 years after. Job losses looms as Apapa Port barge operations decline. NDLA intercepts Indian lady with 72 parcels of heroin in chocolate wraps. And an icon to political leaders. Check your abuse of power. Okay.
So I have a Obasanjo story. So the management and staff of the Ogun-Osun River Basin Development Authority, led by the managing director, Engineer Adebiyi Ashiru, visited the former president in commemoration of the World Water Day at the weekend. And according to his special assistant on media, Kehinde Akiyemi, the president is pained that, 48 years after he, as a military head, created the Ogun, the Oyon Dam, that's under the Ogun and Osun River Basin, the dam has still not generated power. He said that dam has the capacity to generate about 80 megawatts, I think. Sorry, 9 megawatts. And that if it had been put to use, a lot of things would have been easy. Farming in the communities around it would also have been easy. He said because of the failure of governments over the years to do anything about it, the dam, to work on that dam project, everybody is now digging boreholes around, thereby worsening the situation and continuous wastage of water. And I'm wondering, it's not President Obasanjo that writes this thing. It's somebody that writes it on his behalf, because it's not possible that he was a Milad in 1977, he created the Oyon Dam, and it did not work, and then he was a civilian president in 1999 for 8 years, and then he didn't do this thing that he writes
then he's complaining
in
for
2025. You know, being right hand, not somebody writes.
His ghostwriter.
Somebody
Any other
writes.
story in Tribune? I want to take this. I really want to take this mega party story, but I don't have the background story yet. This mega, they want to review mega
You just
party.
got back. You didn't.
I just got back, I don't know what's going on. What's mega? What's mega? What's happening?
Former Governor Kaduna State is vexing, and so he's calling on people.
I saw Fayemi's name, former Governor Fayemi.
He has been visiting Aregbe, visiting some people. He expect that they are disgruntled with the present APC structure, and so he's trying.
So they want to announce a mega party.
Maybe
to restore power.
But he has decamped to the SDP.
Yeah, I saw that one.
So all that move is what is.
Okay, let us see what they are trying to. Okay, that's all we can take on Front Page Review. When we come back, we want our hot topic of today. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.